जय रे
काट रहा था 2 मिनट में, पिन काट रहा, नट हो गया, गंदा है।
Rajveer is coming to class after many days. Okay, 2 minutes have passed. I'm starting the class. We had finished with the submissive power of the natives. We had 2 examples to show you how the natives were, even before the whites took away the land, submissive to them. The relationship between the two was like a master and servant, and it was like between the ruled and the subjects. The 2 examples of it we had already done. Now we have to get on to the last part of it, the next paragraph. A few more moons, a few more winters, and not one of the descendants of the mighty host that once moved over this broad land or lived in happy homes protected by the Great Spirit will remain to mourn over the graves of a people once more powerful and hopeful than yours. A few more moons and a few more winters is symbolic of passing years. Few more years. Moon, winters, as the years pass, passing years. And not one of the descendants of the mighty host that once moved this broad land or lived in happy times, protected by the Great Spirit, that not one of the natives, not one of the mighty natives or their ancestors of this place would remain protected by the Great Spirit, will remain to mourn over the graves of a people once more powerful and hopeful than yours. Yours is referring to the whites. Okay. So a few more moons, a few more winters. This is significant of passing time. So it is only a question of time. As time passes, not one of the descendants of the mighty host that once moved over this broad land, the people living in the broad land, all lived in happy homes and was protected by the Great Spirit. So we have already done earlier that they did not believe in God so much as they believed in the Great Spirit. that is the spirit of their ancestors, right? They will remain to mourn over. No one will remain. Everyone will be finished. Everything will be gone. Everyone existing will be finished of the natives. So there will be no one to mourn. No one will be there to mourn, is to cry over the graves of a people once more powerful and hopeful. This is how he describes the natives. The natives at one time were a group of people that were more powerful and more hopeful than the whites. But what had happened to them during the years, in all these years, their population had dwindled. They had become nothing. And now it was time for the whites to take over the land. Right? But why should I mourn at the untimely fate, circle untimely fate, circle mourn. The chief says, why should I mourn is feel sorry at the untimely fate of my people. Untimely fate over here refers to the destiny of the people. The death of his tribe so early, before time came, is untimely. Before time comes, the death of the people can already be seen. The non-existence of the natives can already be seen. Now there are a few. It would take some time for that much also to get over. But now, all of a sudden, the whites are coming to take over their land, which is almost like putting an end to them. So he says, but why should I mourn? Why should I cry at the untimely fate of my people? He gives 3 reasons why he will not cry at the untimely fate, untimely decay, untimely non-existence, untimely unimportance of the natives. All right, and he gives 3 reasons. So what are these reasons for? These reasons are why will the chief not mourn the untimely fate of his people? The question is, why will the chief not mourn the untimely fate of his people? Why will the chief not mourn the untimely fate of his people? And you got 3 marks answer over there. There are 3 points that you are getting for that. Point number 1, tribe follows tribe. Look at the last part of it. Tribe follows tribe like the waves of the sea. That is point number 1. Point number 2, nation follows nation like the waves of the sea. Number 3, it is the order of nature and regret is useless. It is the order of nature and regret is useless. Number 3. Number 4, your time of decay may be distant, but it will surely come. For even the white man who God walked and talked with him as a friend to friend cannot be exempt from the common destiny. We may be brothers after all, we will see. Now, 4th point you have to pick out from all these lines. Be attentive. Your time of decay may be distant, but it will surely come. Skip 1 line now and go to the last line. Again, your time of decay may be distant, but it will surely come. Go to the second last line. Nothing or nobody can be exempted from the common destiny. Nothing or nobody can be exempted from the common destiny. Right, 4 points. Now, you got 4 points altogether. You can study 3 of it. Next one, first one I'm doing. Tribe follows tribe like the waves of the sea. That means one tribe will die out, another tribe will come in its place. It is like the waves of the sea that come onto the land and go back again. So why to cry? It's natural. Second one, nation follows nation. One nation will come into existence, it will be destroyed and it will die out, and another nation and a country comes in its form. It is like the waves of the sea. So why should he mourn? So it is only a question of time for everything. It is only a question of time. A tribe cannot continue ruling and living for eternity. One time or the other, the tribe will come to an end and another tribe will take over like the waves of the sea. Right? First reason. Second reason, nation follows nation like the waves of the sea. One nation will come into existence. Very soon that nation will come to an end and another nation comes up in its place like the waves of the sea. Everything is natural, so why to cry? Third point. It is the order of nature and regret is useful. So everything, man's existence in life itself has to follow the order of nature. Again, we are mentioning nature over here, like the first one. We had another word, nature, when it comes to here in page number 44. Now we are talking about nature. So it says, it is the order of nature and regret is useless. So there is no need crying over it, because whether you like it or not, whether you want it or not, the law of nature is such that, as you have done in, what poem did we do that? As you have done in, what was the poem? Tree, Heart of the Tree. Birth, death, regeneration. That is the same thing that we're talking about over here. Right? So it is the order of nature and regret is useful. Last point. Our time of decay may be distant, means your time of decay may be distant, means far. But one day or the other it will come. Alright? And skip the point, skip the next line and complete the point first. Your time of decay may be distant, but it will surely come. Last, I just put in some of the words. No one or anything, nothing or anyone can be exempted, means excused. Exempted means excused. Nothing or no one can be exempted from the common destiny, because it is such a thing that each one's life is ruled by his fate and destiny. Right. The fourth point, your time of decay may be distant, but it will surely come. Nothing or no one can be exempted from the common destiny. Arnav, mute your mic. Arnav Agarwal, mute your mic. There's some disturbance coming. Okay. So this is the fourth point. Now, in between, what does he say? Your time of decay may be distant, but it will surely come. For even the white man whose God walked and talked with him as a friend to friend, these people also will one day meet decay. What are we talking about? We are talking about Christ. He was an ordinary man. We're talking about the Catholics and the ordinary man. Christ was an ordinary man. He came down to the earth. He lived with the people. He walked with them. He talked with them. He guided them. He preached them. He helped them. Still, that does not mean that they will be able to avoid destiny, that they will be exempted from their destiny. So, your time of decay may be distant, but it will surely come. Nothing or no one can be exempted from destiny. Exempted means excused. Nothing or no one can be excused from this thing called destiny. So that is why it is useless crying. So he will not mourn the untimely death of his tribe. Alright? We will ponder is think about. Your proposition is another word for proposal and word. Proposal, proposition, word all means the same thing. So the natives will think about the proposition, and when we decide, we will let you know. So they will take some time to think about it. But should we accept it? But if they accept it, what if they accept it? But should we accept it? I here and now make this condition, circle condition. On what condition will they accept it? On what condition will they accept the word, the proposal, the proposition? Why have you joined so late, Pratik Perez? On what condition, circle condition, on what condition will they accept the proposition or the proposal or the word? So what is the condition now? Underline. We will not be denied the privilege without molestation of visiting at any time the tombs of our ancestors, friends and children. So this is the condition that he puts. What is the condition that he has put forward? That we, the natives, will not be denied the privilege without molestation of visiting. So they will not be denied, means they should be allowed the privilege without molestation, is without asking questions, without stopping them, without too many formalities, right? he will not be denied the privilege without molestation of visiting. So if they want, they should be allowed without being stopped at any time to come to visit the tombs of their ancestors, friends and children. That is the condition. On what condition would they be ready to listen to the proposal or take the proposition or the word? On condition that they will not be denied the privilege without molestation of visiting at any time the tombs of the ancestors, friends and children. So this is the condition that they have laid down. That they will accept the proposition, they will accept the proposal, they will accept the word on condition, and there is just one condition that he puts forward over here. Okay? Now the rest of the lines of the paragraph tells you why this condition. Why do they have to visit the land? Why do they have to come to the graves of the ancestors, friends and children? Why do they have to come to the tomb of the ancestors, friends and children? Why will they have to visit this place? Why do they have to visit this place? So the next the entire paragraph now gives you the reason as to why they need to visit the tombs of their ancestors, friends and children. So these are the reasons. You got the question? Why do they need, or why does the chief put down such a condition? One question. Another way of asking the same thing. Why is it necessary for them to visit the tomb of their ancestors, friends and children? Answer will be the same for both the questions. First question.
Can you pardon the second question?
First question. Why does the chief put down such a condition? Right. Second question. Why is it necessary? Why was it necessary for them to visit the tombs of their ancestors, friends and children? So they will agree to the proposition, they will agree to the proposal, they will agree to the word only if this condition is fulfilled. Now why that condition? Now we are marking the reasons as to why it is absolutely necessary for them to keep coming back to this land. Reason number one, every part of the soil is sacred in the estimation of my people. Sacred meaning holy. Why? Because they believe, the ancestors still live there. The spirits of the friends, children, mothers, everyone was still there. So that is why, first reason, every part of the soil is sacred in the estimation of my people. As according to the people, this particular land is sacred for them. So they have to visit it every now and then because you know what? They believe in ancestral worship. Second point, every hillside, every valley, every plain and grove has been followed by some sad or happy events in days long vanished. Now you have got three options. Every hillside, every valley, every plain and grove. Four things you have got, every grove. So from there you can give me any two. You can write every hillside and every valley. You can write every plain and grove. Alright, there is no need to mention all four. There is no need to mention every hillside, every valley, every plain and grove. From here you can give me any two. So you can write every hillside or every valley, or you can write every plain and grove, or you can write every hillside and every plain, right? Has been followed by some sad, happy event in days long vanished. Followed, it has been marked. It is marked by some sad, happy event in the days long vanished is the days in which the natives lived here. So every part of nature is a reminder of the happy or sad days, happy or sad experiences of the people who lived here and is no more there. So that is the second reason why they have to visit the place. Because every valley, every plain, every grove, every hillside was a place that reminded them about the happy or sad events of their lives in this valley. Next one. Even the rocks which seem to be dumb and dead. Very important two words to remember with respect to the rocks. What is Mahavir doing in the private chat? Hollowed out is to be made, a hollow is dug. Buried. Buried, lies.
Means every hillside, every valley, every plain and grove has been hollowed by some sad or happy event in days long vanished.
What happened?
Means what is the meaning of hollowed?
It's marked. As buried has got something buried in it. Every hillside, every valley, every plain, every grove is marked with, is a part of. Over here, hollowed will not be the literal meaning of hollow, that is having nothing in it. Over here, hollowed means is marked, remembered for, significant of. Third point, even the rocks which seem to be dumb and dead are two important words to remember with reference to the rock. Dumb and dead as they swelter in the sun. The word swelter means it shines. It shines. Swelters means it lies in the heat. In the unbearing heat, it is left uncovered. Even the rocks that seem to be dumb and dead and sweltering in the sun along the silent shore, they thrill with memories of stirring events connected with the lives of my people. So even the rocks which look dumb and dead and is sweltering in the sun, it is a memory. Along the silent shores, they thrill means they are covered with memories. They are full of memories of stirring events connected with the lives of people. What are the key words? Rock, dumb and dead, swelter in the sun, thrill with memories of events connected with lives of the natives, lives of the people. So that is why they have to come to visit this place. Every part of this area is a reminder of their happy and sad lives, of their happy and exciting lives, of their ancestors, of their dead. Last one. And the very dust, next point, the very dust upon which you now stand responds more lovingly to their footsteps than yours. So it is not the same feeling. The natives will come and stand on the sand, and it is a very loving feeling which the whites will not experience. Because, why? Because it is rich with the blood of our ancestors. So, the very dust upon which we stand, it is loving to them because it is rich with the blood of their ancestors. Last point, our bare feet are conscious of the sympathetic touch, even as they walk, even as they stand on the empty sand or on the shores of the sea. What would they feel? Their feet are consciously aware of the sympathetic touch, means the loving touch of their ancestors. The whites may stand on the same sand, but they have no feelings. The natives will stand over there, their feet are conscious, aware of the sympathetic, loving touch, compassionate touch of their ancestors. So these are the reasons why they have to visit that place, and they should not be stopped from doing so. First reason is that every part of the soil is sacred to them in the estimation of the people. So every hillside, every valley, every plain, every grove is marked with sad and happy events of the days that have vanished. Every rock, even the rocks that look dumb and dead, and they are sweltering in the sun, it is filled with memories of stirring events connected with the lives of the people. The very dust on which they stand, it responds lovingly to their footsteps because it is rich with the blood of their ancestors. Last part, the bare feet as it walks on the sand, it is conscious, it is aware of the sympathetic, loving, compassionate touch of their ancestors and the people who lived there earlier. So this is the reason why they have to visit their place, because for them they did ancestral worship. They were not so much God worshippers, but ancestral worship. So these are the 4 points you have got over there. That is the reason why they have to come to that place. Even if the whites take it over, they will give it to the whites on condition that they would be able to visit these places. And they have given the reason why. Are departed braves, one section of people. Departed braves is the soldiers. Fond mothers, another category of people. Glad, happy-hearted maidens, another category of people. Even the little children, another category of people, who lived here and rejoiced here for a brief season, will love this somber, quiet, solitude, loneliness. At eventide, they greet shadowy returning spirits. So the whole area over here is marked by the coming of the spirits back to their land where they live. So whether it is the spirit of a departed brave with a soldier, whether it is the spirit of a fond mother, whether it is the spirit of a glad, happy-hearted maiden or a little child, you will find that you will feel that they come to this particular place, especially during the solitude of the eventide. That means in the loneliness, in the quietness of the eventide means even, the word even means evening. Evening tide, you will find that they greet shadowy returning spirits. The shadowy spirits of these categories of people can be seen here. That is, they believe in life after, it's not life after death, but the spirit. Right? They come back to the shores of the native land. So that could also be a reason why they will visit it every now and then. Why? When they come to this place, then they will experience, they will be conscious of, they will be aware of their own people who have died. So the categories of people are whether they are departed brave the soldiers, whether they are fond mothers, whether they are glad and happy-hearted maidens or girls who are not yet married, and even little children who live here and rejoice for a brief season, for some time. For some time. What will they do? In the eventide, in the loneliness, in the solitude of the eventide, you will see that their spirits often return to the land. Who becomes a spirit? Let's see. Aditya Narayan Bose joined very late. Aditya Narayan Bose is another character who's got his name somewhere else and he comes somewhere else. Who becomes a spirit?
It's a person who dies. The person who dies.
Anyone who dies will become a spirit. Believe in ghosts? Ghosts are spirit. Wow, what are ghosts?
A good person who dies.
Good
Is
person and he dies.
Ghosts are the souls of the dead people.
Yes, yes, yes.
Ghosts are the souls of dead people.
Ghosts are what of the dead people? Souls.
Souls.
Who becomes a ghost?
The bad ones.
Bad one. Okay, who else? What else? Come on, some more answers. Who becomes a ghost? A young person.
Revenge.
Yes, yes, yes. One who?
One who wants to take revenge.
One who wants to take revenge. Okay. During the COVID times, you found that so many people died. You think they'll become ghosts?
Maybe.
Huh?
Maybe.
In the whole hospital, maybe the whole hospital, maybe at times you can hear people screaming and shouting, and that will be the sound of the spirit. People who have an untimely death, untimely, unnatural death. For example, you die in a road accident. You did not know that you were going to die. All of a sudden, the accident took place and that person died. Now, that person was not expecting death. He had still so many hopes in his life. He still had so many things to do. He was not ready. He was not planned for death. So that is why we can say that he will turn into a ghost, into a spirit. For example, I told you during COVID time. During COVID time, who expected that they would die? So many people died. People say, that one also died of COVID. This one also died of COVID. How they died of COVID? How? That person was so active. That person was so thing. He was not ready for death and he died. So all these can also turn into ghosts. That is what the saying is. That is what is the normal thought. That people who die an untimely death. For example, the brave soldier. He went to fight in the front. He thought one day he will go back home. He never thought that he will be dying. He is going to die. That he's going there to die, he never thought. He thought he's going there to fight for his country. He will come back home. He'll be victorious. So when he dies, he becomes a spirit. What happened? Many stories you could have heard. No, suddenly they saw that this fellow had returned home. But then they came to know that this fellow is already dead. So, fond mother, a mother who has got children, mother who is not ready to die because she's got to look after her children. She loves her children. All of a sudden, she meets with an accident and she dies. But the duties and responsibilities and what she likes is still unfulfilled. So that is why she can turn out to be a ghost. A young maiden, a young girl, not married, not old, not aged. She's got so much hope. She's got so much life that I'll become this, I'll do that, I'll do this and the other. They can turn into spirits. Right. So then, most of the time, what is it said? That people who have an untimely death, old people, very sick people, when they die, then okay, nothing much happens. Person who is 100 years old, he dies, then okay, you can say, okay, it's high time he died now. But a person who is just 15 years old and he dies, then that becomes an untimely death. So that case, you could have the spirit of that person every time coming on to the land. And as the natives believe, every evening in the solitude, in the loneliness, in the quietness, the spirits made their way towards the land. In the eventide in the evening time, when the tide, when the river is also at its very calm state, what do you find? That these people return back to the land. And when the last red man shall have perished, died, and the memory of my tribe shall have become a myth. So everyone has died and people only know that there was a tribe known as the natives and the chief Seattle was its head. So when a time comes like that, and my tribe shall have become a myth among the white men, these shores will swarm with the invisible dead of my tribe. Swarm? Plenty. All the inhabitants of that particular land, all the natives now have turned into spirits and they swarm the shores of the shores with invisible dead of my tribe. The shores will swarm with invisible dead of my tribe. Sounds quite scary also. So that there will be no place that is not haunted. When your children's children think themselves alone, talking to the whites, when your children's children think themselves alone, think that they are alone, in the field, in the store, in the shop, upon the highway, or in the silence of the pathless woods, they will not be alone because who will always be watching them? The spirits of the natives. At night, when the streets of our cities and villages, one line to miss. In all the earth, there is no place dedicated to solitude. So the dead will come back to the land looking for its own lost memories. At night, when the streets of your cities and villages are silent and you think them deserted, that there is no one around, but what will happen? They are actually thronging, means they are crowded with the returning hosts, is the spirits that once lived them and still love this beautiful land. The white man will never be alone. That is the warning that the chief gives to the whites, right? So the land that they live in is a land full of memories, is a land that they will not want to depart because they believe in ancestor worship, and the dead, as you have read earlier, is buried somewhere around over there only. So everything is around them. So then what do you see them then? Whether it is in the solitude of the eventide, whether it is in the shores, whether it is in the field, shop, store, highway, whether it is in the busy streets or the silent villages, the spirits are thronging all over the place. Right? Let him be just. Him is referring to the big chief. Let him be just and kindly deal with my people, for the dead are not powerless. So once you are dead, you got enough powers. If anyone tries to act funny, you can always use your powers. What sort of powers do you think you use? You'll try to take revenge. The spirit is such that it cannot be controlled. So that is the warning that the chief gives. Dead, did I say? There is no death, only a change of world. Very, very important line. Giving you an 8 marks answer. Giving you an 8 marks answer. Which is the line? According to the chief, there is no death, only a change of worlds. So the question is, how does the chief look upon death? How does the chief look upon death and why? Alright, if this is coming as an 8 marks answer, it will be 1 plus 7. 1 mark will be, how does the chief look upon death? Death is only a change of worlds. There is no death, it is only a change of worlds. 1 mark. Then 7 will be 7 things you have to write to show supporting this point. Till now, what are we doing? It is only a change of world. From the world of the living, they went to the world of the dead. Now from the world of the dead, they want to come to the world of the living in the form of spirit. So it is only a change of worlds. What is it if in the world of the living we can see you in the physical form, when in the other world we cannot see you as spirit? That is only a change of worlds. Alright. So how does the chief look upon the death? Upon death, there is no death, it is only a change of worlds. Why? Why? Only change of worlds. This you have to explain why. Which points do you think you can give? 7 things. You can turn to page number 45. There also you'll get some points. Anyone ready? Raise your hand. There is no death, it is only a change of world. Why does he say that? No one? Not with 1 point?
Afterlife, life.
No. Give me the lines, not your own. Give the lines. Which lines tell you that? Yes, Mahavir's hand is up.
With the line we can give, tribe follows tribe and nation follows nation, like the waves of the sea.
Wrong. You don't have to. No, not so high. Not so up there.
Miss page 46, our departed braves, fond mothers, glad happy-hearted maidens, and even the little children who lived here and rejoiced here for a brief season.
Continue.
We love these somber solitudes, and at eventude they greet shadowy returning spirits.
Okay, now you don't have to write all of them. You can give only 2 options from there. You can either write departed brave and fond mothers. You can write glad happy-hearted maidens. You can write little children. Only 2 of them. Very good. You got the first point. That's the first point. First support. Okay, Rohit Parekh.
When the red man shall have perished, and the memory of my tribe shall have become a myth among the white men. Yes, miss.
Continue. These shows will swarm with the invisible dead of my tribe. Okay. Second point. Next point. Yes.
Often return from the happy hunting ground to visit, guide, console, and comfort them.
They often return from the happy hunting grounds. Okay, that also can be a point. Look at the reasons why they have to visit that place.
Miss, when the children's children think themselves alone.
Again, over here you got 2 options. Give me. Children think themselves alone in the field or in the shop or in the silence of the pathless woods. They will not be alone. Okay, next one.
And point 5, at night when the streets of our cities and villages are silent and we think them to be deserted,
They will throng with the returning host that once lived. Okay, for some more. Now go to page number 45. Our bare feet are conscious of the sympathetic touch of the people. Every hillside, every valley, every plain is hollowed by some sad or happy event days long vanished. Even the rocks are filled with the thrill of memories of stirring events. Every part of the soil is sacred in the estimation of my people. Many points. See, so many points can get over there to show you that it is only a change of worlds. People are not dead. The only thing is that we cannot see them just now, but they are always around. Okay, tomorrow you got one last class, because after that is holiday. One last class tomorrow. We'll just go through the lesson, do some important questions, and or should I start Merchant of Venice? Tell me, come on, hurry up.
Like we will go to the lessons.
Yes? Conclude the lesson.
Yes, miss.
You are now on mute. All right, we'll continue with this lesson and finish all the possible questions, okay? Then we'll meet again. I don't know when is that. For online class only, because class you will join only in December, no? The offline. Okay. Thank you. Remember, we have not done question and answers and all. So when you come back, there will be a lot of work to do. Okay, writing work.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.